Example 3. Ken is a mechanic who owns Ace Auto Repair. He needs a foreign car expert and is placing a 12-line ad on jobsrs.com. The cost of an ad, X lines long, so we don't know, is given by the following piecewise function. A piecewise function just says there are more than one plan. So I see this is payment plan number 1, and I see that this is payment plan number 2. Wants to know what is the cost of a 12-line ad. So X is supposed to represent the number of lines. So I see that the payment plan depends on the number of lines. So if X is less than or equal to 4, meaning if my number of lines is 4 or less, so that's what the green means. If my ad is going to be 4 or less lines, I will only pay $56. This says if X was bigger than 4, which means if I had more than 4 lines, it says I pay the $56, but then I pay $6 for every line after the 4th line. So it wants to know, how much would a 12-line ad be? 12 is not less than 4. We cannot use the green. 12 is bigger than 4, which means we have to use the blue equation. So X represents the number of lines. We want 12 lines because it told us right there we needed 12. So X is going to be 12. I need the blue equation because X is bigger than 4. Our 12 is bigger than 4. So the blue equation will determine how much I am going to be paying. So I'm going to replace X with 12. Order of operations says I need to do the parentheses first. So 12 minus 4 is 8. Order of operations says I need to multiply next. So 6 times 8 is 48. And then I add 56 plus 48 is 104. So what did this tell me? My answer is $104.00. I need the full answer with the decimal and the cents. And what is this? This is the cost of a 12-line ad. So let's check your understanding. A plumber's trade print publication charges $13 for each of the first 4 lines of an ad. Then they will charge $7.50 for each additional line. So the first 4 lines is a flat rate. Every line after the 4th gets an additional charge. It wants us to write a piecewise function using C of X, just like the one above it. So the C means cost. So the cost of an X line ad is going to be, it's a piecewise function. I know that it's going to be a flat $13 when my lines are less than or equal to 4. If I have 4 or less lines, my cost will always be $13. So the fact that it's $13 for the first 4 lines is this piece of information right here. It says they will charge me $7.50 for each additional line. I need to put that explanation right here. So I have to pay the $13, but then I need to pay $7.50 for each additional line. I'm not paying for the first 4. So that means I'm going to pay for whatever lines were after the first 4, which is why it's X minus 4. I'm not paying for these 4. I'm only going to pay for what was left after the 4. So this equation is only used when you have an ad that is more than 4 lines long. Example 4. An online job search site charges employers fees to post job listings. Their price list is shown right here in the table. The prices per posting decreases as the number of posts increase. So if I post more, they're going to charge me less per post. Wants to know, what is the percent savings? So this is what I'm answering. Percent savings. So my answer needs to be a percent of the savings. If an employer decides to post 4 jobs as opposed to 1 job. Well, if I wanted 4 jobs is $350 each. One job was $395 each. So the percent savings, I need to know the difference between these two. So I ended up getting a $45 discount per job if I posted 4 instead of 1. It's a $45 difference. So it was a $45 discount. So my percent savings, I want to know what was the discount divided by the original cost. The original cost was the cost for 1, is the original. So my discount was a $45 discount, but the original cost for 1 job was $395, because that was how much it was. I got a discount for every additional. So my original with my discount. So if you did $45 divided by $395, your calculator would give you 0.113924. It's asking me for percent savings. To take a decimal to a percent, you move the decimal point 2 place values to the right. So this is 11.3924%, which we're going to say is about 11%. So this is my answer, 11%. And what is that the answer to? This is my percent savings. So let's go ahead and check your understanding. Job Find, which looks like a place, charges employers X dollars to post a job on their website. So they're a site. They offer a 16% discount if 20 or more jobs are posted. So their discount is only if you post 20 or more. If 31 jobs are posted by a specific employer, express the cost of the 31 posts algebraically, meaning I'm not going to have an actual answer. I'm going to have to use algebra with the value X as one of my values. So I get a 16% discount. And what that means is that I am only paying I'm not paying 100% anymore. I'm paying a 16% discount, which means I am only paying for 84% of the original cost because I did more than 20. So I need to figure out how many posts am I going to post, what is my rate, and what was the original cost. If I know how many posts I'm going to make, I have to multiply that by my discount and then multiply that by how much each one actually was. So how many posts am I posting? I said I was going to post 31 posts. So here's my 31 posts. What discount rate did I get? I'm only paying 84%. So I'm only going to pay 84% of the 31 posts. And my cost is X. We don't know what it is. So I need to write it algebraically. So I've got 31 being multiplied to, this needs to be a decimal. That meant I have to take the decimal point and move it 2 to the left. So this is 0.84, and I'm supposed to multiply that by X. The X is going to stay as an X. That's why it says algebraically. So 31 times 0.84 on my calculator is 26.04, and that was all getting multiplied to my X. So this is my answer right here. And what is that the answer to? This is the cost of 31 posts. Example 5. Jane's Printing Services charges $29.95 to print 200 high-quality business cards. Each additional set of 100, so it says set of 100, so that meant that this is 2 sets. Each additional set is going to cost me $14. Wants to know what is the cost, and they want you to label the cost as R of X, of printing X number of sets in a piecewise function. So I have R of X equaling, here's my piecewise function, where I am going to need equation 1, and then I will need equation 2. Equation 1 is the original. It says that I am going to charge $29.95 for the first 2 sets. So $29.95 is going to occur if I am only doing 1 or 2 sets. Now, how much if I bought more than the 2 sets? It's going to keep the original $29.95 charge, but it said it would charge me an additional $14 for every set. So I am going to be paying an additional $14 for every set after these 2. Which meant I don't want to pay for the first 2. So this says, hey, I don't want to pay for the first 2. It's everything after the 2. I'll pay another $14. So let's check your understanding. an online bargain print service is going to charge me P dollars for the first 200 business cards, and then charge me X dollars for every additional set of 100 after the first two. So similarly, it says that I will get 2 sets for P, and then for every additional set, I'm going to be charged X. Express the cost of cards algebraically as a piecewise function. So the charge of all of my sets of cards, and I'm going to call it, I can't use X because X represents the dollar amount for additional. So I'm just going to call it for N for number of cards. So we're going to let N represent the number of sets. So the charge for the number of sets is determined by 2 different equations. The first equation says I will be charged P dollars for the first 2 sets. So I'll be charged P if I am only buying 1 or 2 sets. Then it says they're going to charge me X dollars for each additional set. So I have to pay the price of P, but then I'm going to be charged X dollars for every set that I bought after the 2 sets. So this was when I was purchasing more than 2 sets. It's only P dollars if I buy up to 2 sets. If I buy more than 2 sets, they're going to make me pay an additional X dollars for everything after the 2. So this was saying, hey, here's the 2, and then for everything after the 2, you have to pay this much.